Hey guys, Steve with my house bidding you welcome. I thought I'd show you this stuff real quick just to get it out of the way. I have a lot of stuff to show there that I need to show. No game hunting footage this week, just didn't really feel like filming it. I've been on holiday for the last week or so down in Uluru. You've seen a couple of videos of that, but I haven't filmed too much. You guys don't care about that. We're back now. We did a little bit of game hunting. All of this stuff actually was from one day, which was very, very nice. Or 2 days. This was one day, this was another day. And this was another day. The Saturday before I went out, I flew out on Sunday. I thought on the Saturday I would quickly go out and do some game hunting, just to see if there was anything in the area, and I did find quite a bit. Before I show that stuff, I'll show these. You saw these Digimon Digivices that I got a couple of weeks ago? Well, I got a pack of 20 of these batteries, and all of them, if I can get it in there, one hand. All of these do work. It's a bit hard to see down there. See, Digimon 20th anniversary, so these must have been released for the 20th year of Digimon. It's good that all these work now. I should be able to get like $30, $35 each for these. And I'll probably pack these maybe without a battery inside of it, but with 2 batteries for people to use. One to put in and use, and then a spare. I think that would be the best way to do it, because if I ship it with a battery in there, if it goes up on the plane, the battery could explode. I don't really want to do that. That's why a lot of stuff back in the day used to come, batteries sold separately. We went to an op shop. We went to the RSPCA in Sherwood, that place that had the $60 fake Pokemon cartridge. That had sold, or they had taken it away for sale, but it was not there anymore. So I guess, my guess is that they did get the $60 for it. Someone who didn't know any better just bought it thinking, oh cool, it's Pokemon. But I did find these two. First up, this was $3. I usually don't like to pay $3 for movies unless there's something really nice, but the last time I got a copy of this one, Oyster Farmer, it sold within a couple of days for like $12, so I thought, I'll make a little bit of money on it. It should sell quickly. The thing that I mainly bought, and what I want to make the video title about, is, did I overpay for this? And I want to ask you guys. I generally don't pay this much for really anything in an op shop. This was $50 even. It is I'm paying like thrift dweller prices here. If I can even get that out. Oh, it was coming out like that. I don't want to throw it out in a way that'll make it hit the floor. Yeah, $50 for a Game Boy Advance SP. It is not a 101 model, it's a 001 model, which means that it is not backlit, it is front lit. It does work though. I tested it with a game. Always, even if you sell off collections, always keep a single game around to test stuff. This is in pretty nice condition, once I've cleaned it up, it'll be in very good condition. I looked up sold listings of them. They seem to be going for a little over $100, so I thought I can make a bit of money on them. Especially if I pair it with... I'm not going to be able to get that with one hand. I opened this before to make it easier, but it's stuck back down again. Especially if I pair it with this, which is a cheap little Game Boy Advance charger that I ordered online. I've been getting a lot of eBay vouchers lately from my sales. You get like 5% back as a voucher or something. So a lot of stuff, like those batteries I bought were free. This was technically free. This was technically free too. But paired together, I should be able to get $100 for this pretty easily. So even after fees and stuff, I'll still make $30, $40. I don't know, it's more than I would usually pay, but I do still think it was a decent deal. I don't think I would do those deals all the time, though. I think If you tell a store that you'll pay more for stuff a lot, then they'll just keep pricing it like that. The next place I went to the Sherwood Fete because it was on that day. May 8th, I think. VE Day. No, May 9th. Was it May 9th? I think it was May 8th. VE Day. Happy VE Day, everyone. I bought a DVD. It was 50 cents. Undead. I watched this. It's not a very good movie, but it is rare out of print, and it is an Australian movie, so it does make it pretty valuable. In Australia, at least. It is a network video, former rental, but the disc is in very nice condition. Doesn't look like it was watched very much. I'm not of the opinion that this was a very popular movie, even back in its day, but it was a very funny movie to watch, and I will be selling it. Should get like $30 for that. That's what others are selling for. And I looked this up before I bought it. This was only 50 cents as well, so I figured even if I can't sell it, it's worth it to pick up. Pokemon Master Pokedex. These Prima official strategy guides, now that they don't really make these anymore, these are becoming very collectible. People are paying pretty big money for like the good games. If you find various Pokemon ones, they're definitely worth picking up. This one's all over the place. I saw one sell for $12. I saw one sell for $40. This one is not in the best condition. It is an old paperback. This is when they had 250 Pokemon, so it's not like it's the original 120 or whatever, or 150. The pages themselves are nice, it's just the cover that's not very nice at all. But we'll see what we can get for that. I usually don't try to sell stuff like this, because I struggle to find good ways to ship it. But we'll see. It was only 50 cents anyway. Now the next up shop, the Salvation Army in Rocklea. I found two things, a movie, The Proposition. I'm surprised this isn't worth a little bit nowadays, considering I think it's out of print, maybe? I don't know. It's a very good movie, an Australian Western set in the outback. I want to rewatch it because it's been a while since I've seen it. And this was $6. I figured this was a pretty good deal for this. I was just messing around with it at first. It is an old Canon Sure Shot Owl. I know these old cameras can be worth a little bit if you want to get like good ones. They can be worth a little bit. Generally, if an old camera doesn't work, unless you can get it working, it is completely valueless. But this one had tape in there that wasn't actually... It's not completely used yet. There's tons of tape on this still. It had good working batteries. It turned on. I took a photo of my wife within the shop to make sure it worked. And the flash went off. It was very embarrassing, wasn't it, babe?
It isn't still on there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on tape. You can't wipe it. So whoever buys it is going to get a photo of my wife and a photo of us in a selfie together. But I should be able to get, I don't know, maybe $50, $60 for this, especially in this nice case. That should increase the value a little bit. Really good find, that. Stuff like old cameras are very hot. Old technology is super duper hot. It's also very well known though, you know, like stuff like that isn't going to stay on the shelves very long when they put it out. I bought this, The Puppeteer. I already have this, but not brand new sealed. I had eBay voucher credits that were expiring, so I thought, I just have to buy something, or otherwise I'll lose the money forever. And so I just bought The Puppeteer, brand new sealed. It came out to be in free shipping, so whatever. I know it's not a hard game to find, it's not rare or expensive or anything, but it's brand new. And I will keep it that way for a while, I guess. I actually want to jump around a bit. This was found yesterday, and that stuff the day before. I got back on Thursday night, and on Friday morning I was out game hunting again, so there's no rest for the wicked. I went back to that Salvation Army in Rocklea. We found The Shining here. I always get good money for these. I think the last copy of this I sold for like $25, but it's gone down a bit since then. I have this listed right now for $14.99 plus free shipping, because one of the discs is a little bit scratched. It doesn't seem to affect the playback, but we'll see if it sells. A lot of DVDs, if they're not perfect, they're unsellable. We have some PS2 games here. What's that? You buy video games? Wow. Buy and sell. So we have some pretty good PS2 games here. They are, unfortunately, most of them are pretty scratched up. I think that's why they were $3 each. I bought these on the Cash Converters web shop, picked them up in Gaythorne. We have $3, War of the Monsters, really good game. All of these did have their manuals, which was a really nice bonus, but they are all scratched up. I'll have to get all of them cleaned before I try to sell them. Marvel Nemesis, Rise of the Imperfects. There we go. I usually try not to buy stuff that's scratched up, but if it's stuff that I know will be an easy sell once it's cleaned up, I do buy it. Champions Return to Arms. I think this one was... Oh yeah, this one was good. This one actually looks like it's been resurfaced, so I'm not sure why the rest weren't. This one also had a note, "Thank you for your purchase, Simon." I pointed that out to the person in store and said, oh, one of the clerks must have left me a message, and it said, oh no, no one named Simon lives here. But it's from like an old shipping thing. I guess someone bought it on eBay or something. 2016, wow, it is worth more than that now. I think even back then, that was a pretty good deal for this game. Return to Arms is not a cheap game at all. And Quake 3 Revolution, all of the Quake games are now worth something for some reason. I remember when they were completely worthless, you could find them everywhere. This one does have the manual as well, but it is scratched up. We were in the Redcliffe area. I wasn't actually out there to go game hunting, we were just going to the beach and getting kebabs and stuff. We wanted to go to Nudgee Beach, where they do the windsurfing, but we just couldn't find where it was, and we were getting angry at each other, so I took us to Redcliffe instead. We went over the pier, over that big bridge that goes over there. It was much more peaceful. But in the Salvation Army there, I saw they had some op shops there, so I visited them. For $1 each, Rocket Power, Season 2. These are still brand new sealed. I've sold these Rocket Power DVDs before. I don't remember if the ones I bought before were brand new sealed. These ones are. I should be able to get $12, $15 for them. There's a lot of them listed, but I think they sell at certain times. Stone Cold Steve Austin, what? From the WWF. If you ever see a WWF release on DVD, just pick it up. They're all worth something, and if you can get them for $1 or $2, this was only $2. Perfect disc. It's worth getting. Yeah, the old WWF wrestling releases, they're always hot. Can you pass me that PS4 game that I had before? Call of Duty? Here we go.
And my game.
Oh yeah, and Catherine found this for $4. Sims 2 Castaway on the Wii. And do you like that game?
Yeah.
She loves that game.
It's one of my favorite ones.
I also grabbed Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I actually looked at this. I looked over the little gaming section in this one shop. It was called Gold Coin Op Shop or something. They did $2 haircuts, $2 coffees. It seemed like a funny little place. It was mostly clothes, but then they have an upstairs section which is all books and movies. And bric-a-brac. So I found this. Some other dude actually looked at them and went, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Like, after I looked at it, and I must have skimmed over it and not really paid attention, because I went back and went, oh, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, I'll take that. Because it's a PS4 game for $2. I am starving for PS4 games at the moment. I've played the ones I have. I'm just looking for new ones to play, but I want to get them on the cheap. It's only $2 for the campaign, the zombies. Good deal. It was very dirty on here, so I did have to clean it up. I doubt this ever came with a manual. 2 VHS tapes. I don't pick up a lot of VHS anymore, but one of these seemed to be worth quite a bit. Tainted, which I just couldn't find online. I could not find it. There's a lot of these older VHS tapes, which got something of a release, but it just doesn't seem like they were very popular at all. They had a lot of these VHS tapes. If they were like 50 cents each, I probably would have bought them all and job lotted them. But these old ones in these like really classic style clamshells, these are the cool ones. And don't go near the park, which is not in the best condition, unfortunately. It's an ex-rental. It's got some like tearing on the label. But I saw a copy of this go for $39 with free shipping for the Betamax. Obviously that doesn't mean the VHS is worth anything, but I thought it's worth picking up just to give it a watch and see if I can sell it. Tape's in okay condition. It's not got any mold or anything, which is nice. If tapes have mold, just leave them behind. No matter what it is, it's going to be unsellable. It's not even going to work. Okay, and that brings me to the day before. We got some good stuff today before. Start off with the... Might have to move the stuff around a bit, hold on. Alright, this is put together a little bit better now. We'll start with the cash converters in Browns Plains. It's been a long time since I went to that area to do any game hunting, and maybe I should be hitting it up a bit more often because they did have some good stuff there. Start with the games. For various prices on these, I'm not sure why there were various prices, but it is what it is. For $2, Grand Theft Auto 5, this is currently hot. You can get almost $20 for these right now. They had 3 copies of it, but one of the discs were trashed. One of them had a missing disc, so I thought, I'll just get the good one for $2. Skate 3, always a very easy $16 to $18. Once again, good condition. I think the disc was nice on this one. Yeah, pretty good. Maybe. I might take that to be resurfaced before I sell it. And one that always sells very, very quickly. I was willing to pay $5 just for that fact. Portal 2. This is a mint disc. Not the most expensive game. The orange box is a bit more valuable, but this one is also worth picking up because it does sell very quickly. And they also had a bit more than I like to pay for stuff like this, but $7.50 for a Wii remote. No Motion Plus, unfortunately. Had a look. I'm gonna break this thing. Okay, I can't get this off. I checked it in the store. There's a little bit of like gunk in here, but it will clean off pretty easily. I had a look. It doesn't look like it's reached the contacts or anything. So I'll sell that maybe online or maybe just take it to CEX. I think CEX give almost $20 trade-in credit for them now. Speaking of, visited the CEX across the road from them and found these 2 games. Another PS4 game to play. Arai or Ari and the Secret of Seasons. I'm sure I'm butchering that name. It looks pretty fun. Kind of like a third-person puzzle platformer maybe. Maybe kind of Banjo-Kazooie-ish. I don't know. We'll give it a play, see how it is. And a classic horror, Premonition. This was only 50 cents, which is why I bought it. It just looks pretty good. I'm always looking for more, not necessarily Japanese horror, but just foreign horror to watch. Because I've seen a lot of American horror movies, I've seen a lot of Australian horror movies, and I have seen a lot of Asian horror movies, but there is still that big gap where I've just not seen some stuff. And with foreign horror, you're getting different kinds of scares, which is what I like, especially with J-horror. This was made by the guy who made Ring Zero, which I think is an awful movie. If it's the one I'm thinking of. If that's the one where there's like the Ring cult and nothing happens, then yeah, I hate that movie. This was only 50 cents. I thought I'd give it a watch, give it a go. Double cover for some reason. These were like $1 each. I thought I remember Tabaluga from a kid, but I could not remember the name of the stupid thing. Like, no one's going to remember the name Tabaluga, but I do remember watching this as a kid, and I thought it might be fun just to play through just for silly fun. Whatever, it was $1. Another Asian movie, Bangkok Dangerous. I've not seen this one, but I have heard of the Nicolas Cage version, which I have not seen either. I'm really not sure what kind of a movie it is, or if it's even any good, but it's a movie from Thailand. We'll watch it and see how it is. And we have some video games here. These were from the, what's the name of that place? The One World Up shop that sends the charity work to Vietnam or something. I believe that's what they support. They're a pretty decent charity. They have a couple of stores now, but I've only ever visited the one. I would like to check out that other store. It's not super far away from my work, but it is a bit of a drive. We have some video games here. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. You can always trade these into CEX if you can't sell them. No manual, so this will probably be traded in. Couple scratches. Yeah, this one's a definite CEX trade-in. I believe they give $8 or $9 for it. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which... Oh no! Catherine found this one for me, by the way. Thank you, Catherine! Oh no, it's got Mario Kart Wii in it. That means it's valueless, right? Well, we'll throw this away. Hold on a second. Do you guys remember that Wii I found? That was $5. It had the mystery disc in it. Pop quiz, who's been paying attention? What was that mystery disc? Will it ever eject? That mystery disc was... New Super Mario Bros. On the Wii! So now I have a complete copy for like $1. That was awesome. I love it when that happens, where you have like a loose case or a loose disc and you can match them up. I guess I'll keep the Mario Kart as well, just in case I find one later. I might even put it in this case just for safekeeping. If it lets me. If it lets me. Come on, I gave you a disc. Give me some love. There we go. And some movies to sell on as well. I've been trying to learn more about band music and band DVDs, but I'm still learning. We have Hendrix here. I should hopefully get 15 for this. Band of Gypsies, live at the Fillmore East. Jimi Hendrix is obviously one of the greatest. Eagles, farewell tour, live from Melbourne. I looked this up. I see people asking $40. I'm not sure what it sells for. I didn't look that far into it, but I thought for $1 it is worth picking up. I do like the Eagles. Oh, we have Cujo, just to watch. I got $14 and it sold really quickly for this movie here not too long ago, Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny, so I figure the double pack here has to be worth at least maybe 16, 17, so for only $2, definitely worth grabbing. And Catherine wanted this one. She likes her stories about her murderers. We have Bind, Torture, Kill, Ed Gein, and The Boston Strangler. I don't know if this is worth anything, but it's only $2, which is a pretty good deal. So great deals, right? But there's more. From there, I had made a sale on Facebook Marketplace for that. I don't even know if I showed it in a video. I bought a broken cassette recorder. It powered on. It did everything except play a cassette. I could not figure it out. I think it needed to be demagnetized, but I have no idea how to go about doing something like that. But someone actually wanted it on Facebook as a prop, and they offered to give me a bit more money to send it to them. I'm not going to turn down extra money. So I was asking like $5 for it, and they ended up giving me $24 for it. Even after like PayPal fees and stuff. And I just, instead of shipping it to them, they wanted express shipping anyway. I ended up just driving it to them because I figured if I'm gonna be in the Logan area doing some game hunting anyway, I might as well just take this directly to them, and I'm sure they were very happy about it. I have this stuff here that I found in the Logan area. This was in Logan Central, the cash converters. I've not been there in a long time. They didn't really have anything. They have a lot of old stock and a lot of junk. They're one of those stores where they have a lot of stock, but a lot of it is so expensive that I would never buy it. A lot of PS4 games, tons of PS4 games. I think they had more PS4 games than even like an EB Games would have, but all over retail. You know, they must have priced them at their value when they got them, and they didn't sell them, and they just stayed at those prices. But I saw this had been newly put out for $12.99. We have a Nintendo DSi. This came no stylus, no charger, but I do have extra styluses, I do have extra chargers. And it's nice to pair these up. $13. I got to test it in store. It does work. There's a game in there. Something I bought for Catherine. Farm Life. So this seems to work perfectly. They just priced it low for some reason. A store that usually prices stuff pretty high. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. I might keep it, I might sell it. It's always good to have extra handheld systems, you know. These things are flimsy, they do break pretty often. So it is good to have backups, but I think I have like 4 Nintendo DS's now, so I don't really... I have 5. I have 5 Nintendo DS's, I don't really need another one. Tongan Ninja, this was 50 cents or $1, one of those two. It seems like it's out of print worth something, but I don't know. I found another copy of this the day after, but I didn't buy it. I figure I'm going to list this, see if it sells for any kind of money, and then I can buy more copies after that. If it sells. It looks funny. In one store, this was a Lifeline, I think. I believe it was a Lifeline. I had a PlayStation 2 controller in there for $10 as well, which is a good deal if you need a PlayStation 2 controller. But there's not enough meat on the bone for me to buy it, then sell it. Especially not after fees, not after shipping. I would rather pay between $2 and $5 for a PS2 controller. But they had these movies here. ECW Guilty as Charged 2001. This is a pretty rare looking release, actually. I've never seen this version. It's only 2 hours long, so I think it might be like chopped up. But I did look it up. It does seem to go for a little bit of money, maybe in that $15 range, and for only $1 it was worth picking up. Fido, if you find the Australian version of this, it is worth big money. Pick it up. Yeah, it's probably like a $60 to $80 DVD. The UK copy, worthless. Completely worthless, but I wanted to watch it. It has Billy Connolly as a, like, zombie pet. I remember seeing an advertisement for this on a DVD that I bought, and I thought it looked really funny, but I never found a copy before now, so we'll get to sit down and watch it finally. Dog Soldiers, this is the American version, but I'm pretty sure it's region free. Yeah, it says all region there, so it will play. I'm pretty sure the Australian one is worth quite a bit, and with DVDs, it's all about your variants and stuff. People are looking for the Australian version of this movie. I don't know if they're looking for the American version. It was only $1. I figured it is a great movie, and if it does have a bit of value, I will try to sell it. I think that's all I got from that store. Yeah, that's all I got from that one. In a store that was in... God, where is this place? I don't even remember where this place was. Between Logan Central and Beenleigh, one of those suburbs. We have Pokemon Mewtwo Returns, an all new Johto movie adventure. I loved this movie as a kid. Didn't like the ending though. I don't like movies where the big baddie isn't beaten in the end. I always kind of hate that. This is Region 4. It's in pretty good condition on the outside. But the disc itself, this was only $1 by the way. The disc itself is a hockey puck. They've been damaging this for 20 years. But I will take it to the Cash King in Logan, Bean Lee area, and they'll clean this up for me for just $1 per disc. And then I'll be able to get maybe $40, $50 for it, because these old Pokemon DVDs, the really old ones, they are worth something, especially this one, and especially the first movie. I always thought this was the first movie, by the way, and now when I found out it wasn't, I kind of had the thought of, I've never actually seen the first movie if this isn't the first movie, because I always thought, okay, Pokemon 2000, well, it's obviously the second movie, because it has 2 in it. Well, that's the kind of logic I used as a kid. I've never seen the first Pokemon movie.
It's on video. Okay.
Well, we'll never find it. These are $5 from a pawnbroker. Funny story, in the same pawnbroker, I actually passed up this game before because they wanted $8 for it. And I wanted this game and a God of War collection game. And I asked them, would you do 15 for the pair? And they said no. They just outright, they would not knock a single dollar off to make $15, which on something that I'm sure they would have paid 50 cents or $1 for max. So I didn't buy them then, but I did buy it now. Minecraft PlayStation 3 edition. $5, not too bad. These are a harder sell now, but I might keep this, maybe. I have a brand new sealed copy of this, which I bought when it released for $30, but I don't have an open copy. Might keep it, we'll see. Alien Isolation, very easy, 15 to 18, especially if you have the Nostromo edition, which has it has an extra playable section, which is like an hour long or something. But for $5, that was a very good deal. And one I don't actually have in my PS3 collection. Very good one to add. Need for Speed Most Wanted. I've been looking for this for a little bit now. It seems like there are a few common PlayStation 3 games that I'm still after. You know, MotorStorm Pacific Rift is one that comes to memory, where they're not hard to find or expensive. I just hardly find them for whatever reason, but I finally got this one, $5, with whatever passed for a manual back then. Good stuff. These are $1 each from a Lifeline store. Jason and the Argonauts, good movie, not worth anything. Just one I wanted to sit down and watch. Great special effects. And the Basketball Diaries for $1, which I think I got almost... I think I was getting 17 for these a little while ago when I found a few copies. That was when I was first starting to sell DVDs. I haven't found a good one in a while. This one does need a clean. I have another copy of this that needs a clean, so eventually I will go to the Beanley area, take all of that stuff and get it all cleaned in one fell swoop. This was $2, Black Sheep. Good movie. Not worth a ton, but it is a good movie. And this one they had in the case in the Salvation Army in Logan Central. Yep. I went to the Lifeline there as well. They had nothing. They had tons of movies, nothing of value. But we have Gravitation, the complete TV series. I've never heard of this. There's a lot of anime I haven't heard of. This was $4, a bit more than I usually like to pay for some things. For movies especially. But I did look this up. It looks like it goes for about 30 to 35, so it is one that I am going to sell. No real interest in kind of, I guess you would call them girly animes. I don't know. They're not for me, let's say that. And finally, when I got home, I had to go back out immediately because I had stuff to ship. So I went to the local Vinnies near me and I found these two. For only $1, Rage on the PlayStation 3. Good deal for $1, not worth much. You can buy this for like $6 shipped to your door, but I did not have the Anarchy edition, which is why I wanted to get this. It is a variant that was very, very cheap. And those PS3 games, they're going up now. They are going up in price. And brand new factory sealed, $8, usually more than I'd want to pay for a movie or even a TV series, but I figured I looked this up online. Some people were getting $30 for it, other people were getting $80 for it. These were sold listings, but you don't know if the $80 ones are from people who have actually paid. But this was brand new and sealed, the others were opened. So I figured $8, it's worth a risk. It's not that much money to be spending on something, especially when in return I could be getting over $80 for it. And that is everything. I am off to shovel some dirt at my mum's. She's setting up a veggie patch. Catherine will come with me and raid her tea cupboard. Thank you for watching. This is Sig of my house, bidding you guys farewell. Have a good one.